Have you ever wanted something so badly that you didn't think about the consequences? Well, our next story will make you think about it. So, let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a small, isolated island where no one ever went. People never knew about that island. It was completely forgotten by the whole world. There was a huge ancient library on that island which held thousands of years old books. Each book in that library had a person's name inscribed on it, and it was said whoever reads that name and burns that book would cause the person whose name was written in that book to vanish from existence. Yes, you heard it right. Just by reading the name and burning the book, that person would disappear from this world, as if they never existed. One day a long time ago, a group of friends decided to go on an adventure together. They were best friends and always did everything together. They would travel, participate in competitions, and even have drinks together. One night while having drinks, one of the friends said, "You know what? The elders told us many stories about this mysterious island when we were young. I remember how we used to shiver listening to those stories. We should go to that island once." Another friend said, "I don't think anyone has ever gone there. Even our ships won't be able to reach there because of the huge waves and storms around that island." The first friend said, "Let's take a challenge then and go there." And the other friends agreed. After 3 days of sailing, they finally spotted the island. The island looked scary. Dark clouds were all around the island. Storms were hitting the island. Waves as tall as mountains could be seen hitting the island. But still, the group of friends wanted to go there. They sailed to the island and reached near the shore. But suddenly a big wave hit their ship, and they all fell into the sea and the ship sank. Somehow they all managed to hold on to some part of the ship and reached the shore and found themselves on that mysterious island. They started walking inside the island and soon found that ancient library. Inside the library, they found lots of ancient books. One of the friends picked up a book and started reading it. Suddenly, a horrifying thought struck him. He remembered what the old man had told them about the island. He immediately threw the book away and said, "We shouldn't be doing this. This island is cursed. Let's leave this place as soon as possible." But the other friends weren't convinced. They thought maybe it was just a myth. They searched for some time and found the names of some people they really hated. The people whom had good business than them, the one whom had a better girlfriend than them, and the one whom had a better rank in the class than them. They became very happy after finding the books of those people. Then one of the friends said, "You know what? I have always hated John. He always had better marks than me in school. I can't tolerate it anymore. I want him to vanish from this world." And without saying anything, he took the book and started reading John's name. Then he burnt it. Suddenly, John's form started to smoke and he vanished from the spot. Everyone was shocked. At first, they didn't believe that it was actually happening, but they saw John's belongings falling apart. They also saw the reflection of the fire on John's face, and then he vanished completely. After that, they all forgot about what the old man had told them and started looking for the people they hated and wanted them to be erased. They were also some of who disliked each other among the friends, making them erase each of the other's book. One by one, all of them vanished. At last, only one friend remained. That one friend was very happy because now no one could beat him or could be better than him in anything. But he started searching for more books so that he could erase more people. But he was surprised. He had also found all the books of the family members of their friends. He was shocked. Why was also the name of the family members of the friends written in the other books he found? The fleeting memory of his vanished friends struck him, but he did not want to erase their families. 2. He started to walk out of the library, but he stopped after seeing a book. That book had his own name written on it. He was very terrified. If his friends had found the book, he would have been in big trouble. He was very scared. But before he could do anything, he saw the book getting pulled by someone. He turned around, but no one was there. He touched the book, and the moment he touched it, the book caught fire mysteriously. He tried to put off the fire, but the fire kept spreading on the book. Then he remembered what the old man had told them. If someone burns your book, you will vanish from existence. What does it mean? Does this mean he's being erased? He was very scared, but he couldn't do anything. The book was partly burnt, but he didn't feel anything. He touched his body and found that he could feel everything. He looked around and found that he was still there in the library. But when he turned back, he saw another book on the pile of burnt books. He was shocked. He touched the book and found that it was still warm. He tried to pick it up, but it was falling apart. When he opened it, he saw that his name had been crossed and some other written. This drove him to more confusion on why yet had he not been fully erased, not knowing it was only a matter of time. Was he erased then? He touched his body again and found that he was still there. But when he touched his face, he found that his hands were passing through his face. He was half forgotten, his reflection fading, his voice unheard. He ran to the lake nearby to check his reflection, but saw that his reflection was fading away. He tried to speak, but no sound came out of his mouth. He was half erased. He was very scared. He stumbled upon a writing inscribed in the wall. It said, "He who burns others' books to erase them with evil content, their own generation should be wiped out." He remembered that his friends had burnt each other's out of jealousy, and inside hatred for themselves, although they smiled together. So their generations would be erased too. But then why was he still there? Why wasn't he completely erased yet? Was this the punishment for him only? He looked at the burnt books around him and realized that his friends were erased completely. Their books were completely burnt. But why was he still there? His book was slowly burning into ashes. He searched for another book with his name to try to revive himself. But he couldn't find any book with his name. Suddenly, he remembered he had kept another book far away. He ran to that place and found that the book was almost burning. He touched that book and found that it was still warm. He picked it up and found that his name was erased on that book too. But then what was written on that book? He opened the book and saw the name of his mother written on that book. This triggered many memories of his childhood. Luckily, the book was not fully burnt. He remembered that when they were young, his mother had taught them a lesson. That day, his mother had told them not ever to try and burn books under any circumstance. She always saved the books they tried to burn as children. He remembered his mother saying, "If you do bad things to others, someday you will be punished for that." But he hadn't listened to his mother that day. Now he was being punished for that. Instantly, he was erased along with all his friends. Only their mourns remain till today. In the night, their mourns can still be heard on a full moon night. So, guys, what did you learn from this story? In the comments section below, tell us one thing that happens in real life that's similar to this story. And don't forget to subscribe to World of Wonderful Stories for more amazing stories like this.